Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Before I get, this is the important part of the evening. Before I get to my assignment, I just want to thank very sincerely all of you for being here tonight and for supporting our Horizons Foundation, which is so important to our community. We must keep it strong and well-funded. So thank you for being here. So, where does one begin to introduce a legend? Not only in her own mind, but an actual legend, an icon, a treasure of our community. Now, for purposes of full disclosure, I am a Donna Sachet groupie. Where Donna goes, I am. But I don't only love Donna, she's my first lady. And she has been since 1998. Donna was the first lady of the 8th Supervisorial District. She was the first lady of the 13th Assembly District. Currently, she is the first lady of the 11th Senate District. You see, we made a deal years ago. If Donna promised never to run against me, she could be First Lady. But what makes Donna so special? You know, she's one of what, maybe 50, nearly 50 imperial empresses. There's no shortage of singers or entertainers. Many of us are accomplished fundraisers, and we've all volunteered our time for any number of worthy causes. So what makes Donna so special? It was Thomas Edison who said that creative genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And he makes a good point. But I can tell you this, there is no one, absolutely no one, in or out of heels or a dress who works as hard as Donna Sachet. Donna's Songs of the Season, which benefits the AIDS Emergency Fund, going on 20 years. Her annual Pride Brunch with Gary, Virginia, benefiting Positive Resource Center, 14 years. Then there are the dozen boards of directors on which she has served, her bi-weekly Bay Area Reporter column, her cable show, her recordings, and her years of starring every week in Sunday's A Drag at the Starlight Room. And then Donna is fearless. I have never known her not to accept a challenging invitation. She made history when she sang the national anthem at AT&T Park for the San Francisco Giants. I mean, think of it. She sang the Star-Spangled Banner. She's addressed the Commonwealth Club of California. And, she rappelled 34 floors off the roof of the Grand Hyatt Hotel. For a good cause, of course. And then there is her endearing humor, often self-deprecating. She has mockingly referred to her songs of the season as songs for no reason, recorded on her music label, Swishcraft, I think is the name of it. So, what makes Donna so very special? She's loving. She's generous. She has endless style, grace, and charm. She is inimitable. And best of all, she is all ours. So let me introduce the legend herself, the one, the only, the Empress, and my First Lady, Donna Sachet. Thank you.
Mark, I also have t-shirts for sale. Thank you, Mark, for those personal and really warm remarks. I can't think of a better person to receive this award from than Mark Leno. It's a prestigious award, and I thank you so much. You get to choose the person that presents it to you, and he was on the short list, and they said, stop there, we'll get him. Thank you, Horizons Foundation, for... Well, why was that funny? Okay. Thank you, Horizons Foundation, for honoring me with your Leadership Award for 2014. I remain amazed and humbled and slightly challenged by the font on this piece of paper. I mean, did you get the invitation? A picture of me and AT&T. That was pretty good company, I must say. Until now, the main thing we had in common was a stadium named after AT&T and a stadium where I made history singing the national anthem for the San Francisco Giants. But now we have more in common, and thank you, Ken, for those lovely remarks. And thank you to all of you for attending tonight. This is the annual event that really puts Horizons Foundation on the map, and I appreciate each one of you being here. Yes. You know, with so many causes competing for your time, your money, and your energy, I applaud your selection of the Horizons Foundation. Where else can your support affect such a variety of nonprofit LGBT organizations, from small arts organizations to struggling AIDS-related agencies, from the National Center for Lesbian Rights and Frameline Film Festival to the Names Project and Project Open Hand, from AIDS Emergency Fund and the Community United Against Violence to Bay Area American Indian Two Spirits and Transgender Law Center. Let me tell you, your support has addressed ever-changing themes in every part of our community. Supposed to smile. I encourage each of you to renew or to begin actively participating in the amazing vision of the Horizons Foundation. Think of it, responsible, targeted philanthropy by the LGBT community for the LGBT community. And now, on a more personal level, because they did give a microphone to a drag queen and without a time limit. Let me thank some very special people who made arrangements to share tonight with me. Longtime supporter of Horizons Foundation, my friend Russell Katzman, who served on the board of directors in the 80s. He reminds me that Horizons was once called GGBA Foundation, and this event began as 22 on the Red. Who remembers that? Russell Katzman. My friend Tom Horn, who has supported and challenged me for many years and who judiciously administers the Bob Ross Foundation, named after the 7th Emperor of San Francisco and effectively one of my ancestors. A master of social media who has been spreading information and insight in the LGBT community for decades, my sweet friend, Chris Carnes. Members of the Nickel family, Beth, Lindsay, or Mom, and Eric, who have welcomed me. Oh, here it goes. Anyway, a person with very few positive family connections, with open arms, and have donated generously tonight, determined to honor Horizons Foundation because they're honoring me, the Nickel family. We'll be here a while. My dear friend and roommate, Michael Loftus, who prefers to stay in the background, but who's been instrumental in developing my personal image and self-confidence, generously sharing his limitless energy and creativity. Michael. Gary Virginia, current president of SF Pride, a dear friend and my partner in many projects, whose life of integrity inspires and instructs me each day. Nick Jimenez, my loyal friend and producer of the student documentary Sachet, a short film, offering a glimpse of my life and a peek behind the curtain, perhaps appearing in next year's Frameline Fame Film Festival. And my great friends, Mark Leno, who gave that wonderful, warm introduction and has taught me so much. Richard Sablatura, who has been by my side through thick and thin, always looking fabulous. And Drew Cutler, who could not be here tonight because of illness, but whose love and support means much more than he knows, and who impels me to arrive at Donna Sachet 2.0. Whatever that means. Each of these gentlemen enthusiastically appeared in interviews in Sachet, a short film, and I thank each of you for your personal commitment in making that story public. While acceptance speeches are often loaded with protestations of unworthiness, and while I have not been a supporter of Horizons Foundation for as long or with as much enthusiasm as some of you, let me put false modesty aside for a moment. I'm going to tell you why I might deserve consideration for, and just maybe selection for, this leadership award. I recently found a quote which eloquently describes my own perspective on leadership. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you're a leader. John Quincy Adams. Let me tell you, Donna Sachet is a dream from which I hope I never wake. I often say I don't put drag on, I let it out. San Francisco has given me the opportunity of self-expression, embracing me and supporting me and my efforts in unbelievable ways. Yes, I get tired. Yes, I sometimes feel like a circus juggler with too many events and commitments in the air. And yes, I attempt to maintain my do-nothing Mondays for personal sanity, but I don't regret any of it. Over the last 20-some years, I have had more than my share of pinch-me moments, I call them, shaking my head with disbelief at the people I've met, the things I've done, and yes, the person I've become. Leadership is not always intended or even conscious. It's a big word fraught with all kinds of connotations. But if my very visible life inspires anyone to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, I guess I'm a leader. And so I gratefully accept the 2014 Leadership Award from Horizons Foundation. Thank you.